ASMR Gaming News. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to ASMR Gaming News. Please hit that like button, sit back, relax, and let's begin. So, I have some Skittles that I'm going to be eating during this video as we go through the news. So, let's start talking about news. Okay, so first piece of news is about Call of Duty. Yes, a big rumor came out about Call of Duty this week and the next big game in the series. So, according to people that have very important insider information about Call of Duty and where the series is headed, there is already a claim that the next Call of Duty is going to be a return to World War II. So a lot of people are like, no, not World War II. And then there's another group of people like, yes, finally going back to World War II. So there seems to be a divide in the Call of Duty community with people that want something, another Modern Warfare. Maybe something more like that, not too futuristic, but still modern. And then there's a group of people that really like games set in older time periods. So, a lot of the complaints seem to come from the weapon variety. People feel that Call of Duty World War II games always have the same weapons over and over, and there's not much variety with new weapons or things to be upgraded or even updated into the game. So, we're gonna see, but it seems like, it's not confirmed, but this rumor, a lot of people are believing that it's true because it came from reliable sources. So, seems like the next Call of Duty, we're back to World War II. Next, we got some information about the Rust Console Edition. For those that don't know, Rust is a pretty popular game on PC. And it's finally coming out on console May 21st. So yes, if you have a console and no PC for games, you're going to be able to play Rust, and it's coming out pretty soon. So that was announced. We got a trailer for Hello Neighbor 2, which is coming out this year, 2021, for Xbox and PC. Wow, Hello Neighbor 2 looks nice. The trailer basically explains how the AI works in tracking you and stuff like that. It's very, very intense. Like, I think I'll definitely be playing Hello Neighbor 2 when it comes out on PC. So I'm excited for that. Additionally, in case you're wondering, these are just the regular Skittles, nothing too special. So, additionally, they announced that Secret Neighbor is coming to PlayStation 4 and iOS on April 29th. So in about a month, you'll be able to play Secret Neighbor, which is kind of like a side spin-off of the Hello Neighbor series of games. This one came out before on PC. I think it was on Xbox too. But it's releasing for iOS and PS4 this year. So that's actually kind of cool. I definitely will be checking that out. Apparently it's also coming to Switch. So if you like Hello Neighbor, Secret Neighbor, or Rust, lots of good news this week for you. Let me get another Skittle over here in the bag. Next piece of news we got is for Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, that popular samurai game that came out last year. So apparently, we got some crazy info about Ghost of Tsushima. So, first, they're going to be making a movie for Ghost of Tsushima, and the director of the movie is the guy that made John Wick. So we're gonna be getting like a probably really good movie. Cause that the guy that made John Wick, he is really good at directing. And I don't know, Ghost of Tsushima seems like a perfect game for that kind of like action style. So a movie based on that is gonna be awesome. So very excited to see the movie based on Ghost of Tsushima. Next we got some trailer gameplay of the upcoming Lord of the Rings Gollum game. This game is something else. Like, I would never thought they would have made a game based all around Gollum as the main character for Lord of the Rings, but here we are, it's happening. It looks kind of fun if you're big into the lore of Lord of the Rings. This game is actually something you're definitely going to want to check out. Gameplay doesn't look that bad either, so that's going to be coming out. Check out the trailer. Next, we got info that Hideo Kojima, guy that made Metal Gear Solid and that recently made Death Stranding, he is working on his next game announcement very soon. It's going to be announced. It's going to show off some new stuff, so I'm excited for that. Usually, he takes like forever to announce a new game, so this is his next big project, so can't wait to see what's next from Kojima. This is gonna be cool. Next, we got information that Reggie Fils-Aimé, the former president of Nintendo of America, he stepped down from his position at GameStop. So for about a year now, he was like one of the head on the board of directors for GameStop. So he left Nintendo, kind of went into semi-retirement, and then he went to GameStop to be one of the directors on their board there. And now, like a year later, he stepped down already. I wonder if it has something to do with all the craziness surrounding GameStop right now in the stock market. But that's interesting info for sure. I wish Reggie Fils-Aimé the best. I wonder where he's gonna go to next. Next, we got some news on an upcoming Apple Arcade game for iPhone. So apparently, the legendary Final Fantasy game director Hironobu Sakaguchi and legendary Japanese music composer Nobuo Uematsu, they are working together on this Apple Arcade game for iPhone, iOS devices, called Fantasian. And it's going to be a 2-part game, and it's going to be releasing on Apple Arcade for free, apparently, as long as you have an Apple Arcade subscription. It's going to be an awesome, big RPG, and I'm very excited, because both of these guys that are involved with the project made some really good games in the past, so I'm hoping for something amazing. I have an iPhone, I'm trying to play more games on it on the channel soon, so I might be checking this out whenever it releases. It should come out later this year, apparently. Next, we got some information about Sony. So Sony has been doing some interesting things with the PS3, PlayStation Vita, and PSP. Yes, the PSP. Let me get a Skittle over here real quick. So basically what's happening is, a report came out that Sony is going to be closing down the PlayStation 3 store, PlayStation Vita store, and PSP store, and that you won't be able to download or use the store anymore, and you won't be able to buy new games and download them unless you already have bought them and have them in your download list. So it's going to be happening this summer. And Sony PlayStation fans are very upset about this. I mean, the PSP, sure, it's kind of old at this point, but the PlayStation Vita, that came out like a couple of years ago. It's not that old. And the same goes for the PS3. Sure, it came out a while ago, but there's still a lot of games people are playing on PS3, so it's kind of weird for them to just shut down the store permanently. So there's been a lot of complaints about this, and no official statement from Sony yet, so I really hope they don't shut those stores down. Because, I mean, people will lose access to games, you know, they won't be able to buy games anymore, download games. There's a lot of games that are stuck on those systems that have never been released again, so it'll be a shame if they actually shut it down, I think. Next, Niantic and Nintendo announced a new mobile app, which is going to make walking a lot more fun. It's based on Pikmin. No, not Pokemon. Pikmin. It's a Nintendo series. If you're into Nintendo, you probably know what Pikmin is, but it's exciting. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to do with walking and how it will make walking fun. But knowing Nintendo, they're going to plan on making something exciting. For those that don't know, Niantic has worked with Nintendo before. They made the Pokemon game that basically took the world by storm, you know, Pokemon Go. So, yeah, it seems like they're working on another game together. Maybe something like walking and you get Pikmin and you get stronger or something like that. Next, Microsoft is yet again, Microsoft seems to be buying yet another company. So, Microsoft buying out a lot of companies. So, the next company they have set their eyes on is Discord. Yes, Discord. You probably have a Discord if you're listening to this. Lots of people use Discord, especially people into, you know, video games and stuff like that. Very popular platform. And Microsoft wants to buy it, so yeah, it was reported this week that they are offering about $10 billion to buy Discord and basically acquire them. So that's insane if true. First Microsoft buys Bethesda, now they're buying Discord. What is next? Seems like Microsoft is really trying to buy out all the big companies right now. I think they really want to make Xbox like a big platform and surpass Sony. Next, we got information about the upcoming Resident Evil movie, which is supposed to be releasing this year. But I'm still not sure. We're going to see what happens exactly with the pandemic and everything. But this movie is called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. So that is the official title. It's been confirmed and it will be coming out this year, hopefully. So kind of excited. I like some of the older Resident Evil movies. Hopefully this one is good. It's going to be more based on the video games, they said. Or so I hope. Resident Evil Reverse, kind of a weird game that was announced, is going to have its open beta test on April 8th to 11th. So that's going to be public if you want to join the beta for this Resident Evil game, Reverse. You can check it out. I don't know if I will. Probably just watch some gameplay. But that's been announced. Tekken 7 has a new DLC character that launched on March 23rd called Lydia Sobieska. And honestly, she seems pretty cool. I haven't played Tekken on the channel in a while, but we'll definitely be checking this out. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster is launching on May 25th for PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. So this is a game I've been waiting for a while. I'm a big fan of the Shin Megami Tensei games. This port of the PlayStation 2 game has some problems, but I'm finally happy that it's going to be releasing in the West. Probably going to pick it up for PC or PS4. I'm going to wait for reviews, but excited for that. Glad they finally are releasing that. I've been waiting for a while. Next, we got some news about Mega Man. Apparently, Capcom is asking fans to be patient regarding Mega Man news for the Battle Network 20th anniversary. So, for those that don't know, there's this spin-off Mega Man series called Battle Network. Came out on the Game Boy Advance. It was awesome. It's kind of like a battle RPG RPG where you use these like cards for abilities and attacks in game. If I have to describe it, it reminds me of kind of like turn-based battles from other card games, kind of like a Yu-Gi-Oh. It's very complicated to explain, but it's an awesome RPG series that hasn't really had any games released for over a decade. Like, it's basically dormant right now, and it's going to be celebrating its 20th anniversary this year. So fans are wondering if Capcom is going to release a collection or if they're going to do something special. So they said patience, so I guess we have to be patient and hope for something to be released soon. They said due to the pandemic, they might have to delay some plans or something, so I think it's understandable. And let's see, Microsoft has rebranded Xbox Live as Xbox Network. So apparently nothing has changed with the service, they just changed the name. So this is kind of like PlayStation Network if it were to rebrand to something else but still remain PlayStation Network. This has happened before in the past with many video game companies. You know, they'll call something like Play Online or Nintendo Online, and then they'll like kind of change it. Nintendo Network, Nintendo Online. They try to keep the name relevant. So yeah, after almost like 2 decades of using Xbox Live, Xbox finally changed it to Xbox Network. So if you have anything that says Xbox Live on it, that is old now, because they will not be using that name anymore. Kind of interesting. Honestly, I think Xbox Live was a better name than Xbox Network. But hey, I'm sure they know what they're doing with the rebranding. And yeah, that's basically all the video game news for this week. We got one final piece of news, but it isn't really related to video games. Netflix is making this Keanu Reeves movie and anime based on this comic book series called Berserker. I don't really know much about this comic book series, but apparently it stars Keanu Reeves playing a character Force. He's like a warrior fighting through time, and he's angry, and he's just like destroying all these guys throughout history. And they're planning on making a movie and anime on Netflix based on this series. So hey, Keanu Reeves fighting people, count me in. I'm gonna be excited, and I will be checking this out. So yeah, that is all the important video game news for this week. Thank you all for listening, for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. So long.